What do you consider signs? I don't know how many of you are spiritual, but if this resonates, then by all means comment your experience. Now that we're reflecting on our pasts, have any of you noticed any signs that just stand out to you spiritually, that maybe our cheating spouses weren't our soulmates? Something so infinitesimally small it was hard to notice at first, but now looking back you can't ignore? When I was in high school, I had a dream I woke up next to a beautiful woman. We were in a large bed with light sheets I knew was mine, without a headboard, up against a brightly lit window. It was so vivid, the memory of it has been with me for 20 years. At the time I was positive I was getting a glimpse into my future, and figured maybe the woman in my dream must have been my high school sweetheart, because they shared similar physical characteristics, but something felt off and I knew it wasn't her. Fast forward a few years and I felt maybe my dream woman was my now ex-wife. She shares similar physical attributes to my dream woman as well, except looking back the standout is that my ex would never allow me to place our bed next to a window, and she hated being without a headboard. There are other signs of course, but for some reason this dream still nags at me. I now have my own king bed sans headboard, which is placed directly beneath a very large window, and my sheets are light gray. What could this mean? I feel I'm getting very close to something extremely important and special, and I did not place the bed there with this dream in mind. What do you guys think? Update: striking testimony today in trial. I've never posted here before that I recall, but I've commented on several posts to many people. To those who remember something of my situation, I apologize for the quick recap. I caught my wife cheating on me 2 years ago. Tried marriage counseling, but she wasn't interested then. Her new wayward behaviors angered a few of her friends who contacted me, bringing a lot of secrets to light. I knew she had slept with one guy she knew from high school after they reconnected on Facebook, but it turned out he was one of many. I filed for divorce then. A year into waiting for the conciliation court's investigation, COVID shut down everything. All that of course happened last year, and we've had many incidents of abuse since. I even got an order of protection against her and have 2 of my kids full-time for their safety, but we still share the younger ones. Today was the first day of our final trial. I had a few police detectives testify on their investigations into claimed domestic violence. She made multiple false allegations, but then the one that really hit us was the son of one of her former friends that lived with my ex last year for a few months, until DCS took him and his sister away and gave them back to their mom. Amidst his testimony was something that should have sunk my stomach, but it didn't. He confirmed to the court that my ex is now a prostitute and witnessed her with a rotation of sketchy men she would disappear into her room with for sometimes hours at a time. He also witnessed some of these men pay her cash after they left the room before they left the house. This just happened a few hours ago. The trial ran late, so we recessed until 2 weeks from now. I'm not entirely sure how to feel about knowing this. I've had my suspicions since the neighbors I still speak with had told me a few things they found off last year, but this confirmed it. I know I should feel something, but I just don't. I'm only posting about it because I honestly don't really have anyone to talk about it with, and it's kinda concerning me that I don't feel anything I feel I should. We were together over 14 years, why am I feeling apathetic to this news? Thanks for reading. Update: lost my dog. Lost my peace. This essay can really come out of nowhere, can't it? I thought I was doing good. Honest to God, I really felt I was getting over all this, but man is it easy to backtrack. When I caught my wife cheating then left, I couldn't take my dog with me, so left her with my ex. Once I got into a place that allowed pets, I asked for her repeatedly and even tried negotiating for her during the divorce, but she was eventually dropped because we agreed to share her, but my ex never did. My kids know how much I've missed my pup. I got her from a friend and raised her since she was a month old. She'll be 9 this year. This past week at pickup, my 7-year-old grabbed her and ran out his mom's house to my car with my ex chasing after him. I still have a no contact order, so I figured she'd cause problems, but to my complete disbelief my ex agreed to let her come with me. I couldn't believe it. I finally, after 2 years, had my dog back by my side. I went shopping that day for dog food, collar, tag, harness, leash, food bowl, bed, and since I really don't trust my ex, I even got my pup chip just in case. My ex has called the police on me in the past over less, so I really didn't put it past her to call again claiming I dog napped my pup, but to my second surprise of the week she never did. My kids and I were in heaven having my pup back, and we didn't want to give her up. We all wanted the pup to stay here, but I didn't want my ex having any leverage, so today at pickup I let her choose to stay or leave with my ex. My dog ran outside and my ex put her in her car without letting her choose. She wouldn't even let the kids open the door to let her out, and they asked her to let the dog stay with me and told her they wanted me to have her, but my ex ignored them. When she was done getting everyone in the car without letting my pup out, she took off. My ex has done a lot of things to hurt me. You guys are welcome to read through my old posts for more info, but this really hurts. It really feels like I'm back to where I was last year when I was still processing through the pain of losing my family. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I know I can call the cops now that she's chipped, but I really don't want to cause problems like this in front of my kids. I'm going to wait till it's my time again and see if she lets me have my dog back when I pick up my kids. I guess if she refuses, then I'll call the police and they can deal with my ex on my behalf. Sorry for the rant, but I literally don't have anyone I can vent to. Update to my last post. I got her back. Not my cheating ex. She can continue to live her downward spiral to rock bottom. I sincerely hope she gets there too and suffers a great deal for the pain she's caused a multitude of people, including her family and friends, least of all me or our kids, but that's because I want her to see the error of her ways and begin the healing. I certainly wouldn't take her back though. That ship has sailed. No, I definitely didn't get her, but I did get back my lovely little lady that my ex stole from me a while back. So to update from my last post, I hadn't seen my pup in the nearly 2 years since filing for divorce, but a few months ago my 7-year-old ran out the house with her and I brought her home with us. Things instantly felt right again, and as you can all imagine, I felt very happy to have my girl back, but during pickup she got out, and my ex took her, claiming we could share her as we do our younger kids. To no one's surprise, she refused to give her back, and my sons got mad at me for trusting her. I even called the police, but they were next to useless, claiming this was a civil matter and I'd have to bring this up in court. I hadn't seen my pup since until this morning, when to my complete surprise she came running out hot on the heels of my 7-year-old. And to add an even bigger shock, my ex didn't pursue. Chances are she'll call the cops at some point claiming I stole her, but she's chipped registered to me, so what the hell can she do? I'm never letting go of this little girl again. Update. First, I want to thank everyone for the awards and kind words. It's deeply appreciated, and I couldn't ask for more advice and encouragement. Thank you. It's been a few days and my ex picked up our littles last night without once mentioning my pup or signaling she was intending to start any drama, and left without provocation. Suspicious, but again, I'll just continue to wait for something to happen, but so far so good. My pup accommodated herself quickly to my condo and even met our dwarf hamster. If I could post pics I would, but trust me when I say she was immediately enthralled by the little guy and now keeps staring at his cage hoping to play with him. I'll update again if anything new happens. Thanks again. Update. I'm officially divorced. Hi everyone. I hope you're all doing well. As for me, well, the title there should say it all. As of late last night, found out earlier today, I am officially divorced. The court ruled almost entirely in my favor, giving me full decision making and primary residency of my boys as well as child support. I just have to inform her of my decisions. She only gets to see them on weekends now, and only the younger ones that still want to see her. The older boys are no longer obligated to have any communication with her, which suits them just fine, and I get them 1 full weekend a month, which means I get them for a full 2 weeks once a month. Another great addition to this ruling is that she can no longer take them out of the state. I didn't even consider that. So how did it come to this? Why was she shafted so horribly by the court? There were just too many reasons to count, but chief among them was her complete inability to safely parent. Do I feel bad? I actually kinda do, but then again, she did all of this to herself. I hope she gets the help she needs one day and realizes what she did for all of this to fall on top of her the way it did, but I'm not holding my breath. This epiphany will occur anytime soon. For the moment though, things are looking better than they have in a really long time. I wish you all a safe night and sweet dreams, and thanks for following along. Oh, and to update you all on my pup, she's doing great and seldom leaves my side. The ex never even tried to get her back, go figure. Update. One of her former friends just shared a few screenshots from my ex's FB. She's now actively advertising she lost our kids to me in the divorce and now wants to get pregnant. WTF, SMH. Update, I survived and found trust again. How's it going, everyone? It finally happened. I'm happy in a bittersweet way to report that I recently found, or rather she found me, someone I began to see a future with. After everything that life threw at me these last few years, I have discovered my heart still works and I am still able to love. It's bittersweet because this beautiful, fiercely independent woman chose to move on, which I absolutely do not blame her for given my ex, but I'm still very pleased I got to feel those butterflies once more. I am grateful to have gotten the amount of time I did share with her, so if you ever read this and you know who you are, thank you. I trust I'll feel these emotions again, but I'm in no rush to find it. My ex is still doing her best to make my life hell, but I'm finding I don't mind her antics much anymore. She recently filed yet another order of protection against me filled with easily countered misleading accusations, but I couldn't care less about it. My little lady pup is laying right next to me. I'm actually scratching her belly as I write this, and yes, my ex is now claiming I stole her in that order mentioned above, but given she's chipped, there's nothing my ex can do about it. And my sons now reside with me full time except when they visit her on Saturdays. They're doing great in school now that they actually attend since she can't blow it off anymore, and I get to sit with them every night to help with homework, and there are even plans for me to return to school next semester as well. I feel I can safely state that I've survived infidelity and I am doing great. Thank you all for helping in this journey. It's been hell, but the only way to go after hitting rock bottom is up. To those still in this hellscape, I say this: breathe, it will get better, and I promise you will be happy again. Thank you.